time on the Life and Times of Shomack, we took a little trip down south to Houston to go look at a 31-foot Gemini Catamaran and meet Buzz. We stopped Starbucks, grabbed a little coffee, got on the road, then even took you through a little tour of Buc-ee's. Got to do some great people watching. Checked out all the crazy kinds of foods there. And you met the fantastic Miss Percy, who sold me way too much fudge. Made our way across the bridge and over to the marina, where we saw some great looking boats. And eventually got over to meet Buzz. And that's where I left you last time. Now let's get on over and take a look at the boat. Hey everybody, I made it to the marina. Here's a boat. This is my new friend, Buzz.
Hi, how are y'all doing today?
Awesome deal. He's gonna tell us a little bit about the boat.
Well, first of all, it's a 1984 Gemini Catamaran. It's 31 foot long, 14-foot beam. It draws about 1 foot 9 inches of water, boards up.
That's it?
So you can get all kinds of places you have no business going. That wouldn't lend itself to beaching the boat if you wanted to. These catamarans were produced in the largest numbers under various models. They have a Gemini 31, Gemini 105, and I think there might be some submodels to that as well.
Now, is this the same as the 3000? So when
yes.
I pulled stuff up on, I was trying to pull stuff up, and a lot
That's
of
3000.
Okay.
Yeah. The newer model of Geminis, they advertising them as being longer, but a lot of that is not usable space. They have sugar scoop boarding stairs on the back, which adds to the length.
Okay.
And adds to the utility, but does not improve your living space.
Gotcha.
And then at the other end, they have an anchor pulpit that sticks out, and they're measuring that for length too.
Oh, wow, okay.
So it's important to remember when you're looking at some of the other
So
models.
what does this have for the forward anchor?
It doesn't use a pulpit.
Okay, gotcha.
It's just the deck. While we're up here, we've got, this is a rope locker and sail storage. Also, just aft of it is a 25-gallon Blackwater tank.
Okay.
In the center is the anchor locker. This boat comes with 2 plow anchors, as well as the Danford. All I have ever used is that one. This boat holds real.
Does it really? Okay.
As with any catamaran, you always use a bridle if you're going to be overnight, meaning that you tie off of each hull.
Sure.
And out to a center, so it doesn't swing so much.
Okay.
Looking aft, you'd notice that all of the running rigging has been changed, all the ropes. The halyards are all new. You also see a Dometic marine conversion RTU. One of the things that I did on this particular boat, instead of adding another electrical system to the boat, where you route wiring through the boat and then up to the RTU, all the controls for the RTU air conditioner are on the unit. So it doesn't make any sense to run wire all the way through the boat just to go there. So what I did is I installed a marine power port on top. also a circuit breaker, and you just direct wire.
Oh, wow. Okay.
In there is a 20 amp breaker. This thing only draws about 11 amps.
Oh, that's great.
So it'll run off of a little portable generator, which you could set out on the deck or
sure.
when you're not on shore power. Also, while we're out here, the side windows have not been changed. There's no cracks, no leaks.
Okay.
They are not transparent. They're translucent.
Gotcha.
All of the other windows were translucent. You couldn't hardly see through them. And that's a safety use issue. So I changed all of those. They're all new. Part of the reason I didn't change these is everybody puts up curtains and tries to block out the sun anyway. They'll let light through, but the disadvantage down here is they let a lot of heat in.
A lot of heat, okay.
So I just didn't do anything with them since they work.
Okay.
Since they don't leak or they're not cracked. I put 4 new solar-powered
fans,
ventilating fans. One of the characteristics for anybody that watches this of those that I did not consider is that at night when they don't run, if you have a windy rainstorm, you'll get some water in them because they're not blowing out anymore.
Gotcha. Okay.
If I were to do it again, I would buy ones with battery backup.
Oh, that would make sense. Okay, yeah,
correct.
yeah. I see what you're saying.
To offset that, I keep plastic on the beds for several reasons.
Oh, you saw those in the picture, yeah.
I keep plastic on the beds for several reasons. Is it defies all laws of physics, but for some reason there's dust on a boat, and that stuff gets ground into the bedding.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
So anyway, we always keep the bedding covered. And then also the linens that come with this boat have never been slept on. They're all new.
Okay.
The forward foam mattress is a queen. It has 2 aft single and a halves, I'll call them.
Okay.
Those are new foam mattresses and new linens as well.
Okay.
Anyway, I think that's oh, the mainsail, we'll go to that. The mainsail is in what I'll call good condition.
Okay.
It's probably got 5 to 6 years of service life left. It is not brittle. There are no tears. The stitching is all good. It does need washed.
Okay.
The Jenny is in what I'll call excellent condition.
Well, that's great, yeah.
And I think it's 140%. So it comes around
Is that
a long way.
A long way. That's
And when you go wing on wing, that's a lot of sail area.
That's a lot of, yeah. Wow, that's a lot of surface, right?
Yeah. Also in the sail locker is an additional jib that goes onto the front, and then there's a spinnaker in there.
Okay, I was gonna ask, yeah.
Symmetrical that I've never
even. Okay.
If I was in that big a hurry, I wouldn't be in a sailboat.
True, right?
What else can I say?
So what's the longest haul you've made in this?
I bought this in Fulton, Mississippi, and sailed it here. That was 14 days,
so
700 miles.
all the way around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Very nice. Okay. All right. Cool.
All right. We'll move to the back here. Just mimic my boarding practice. You'll have less trouble. In the back here, we have an add-on that you won't find on many boats. This is actually a ski tower from a Mastercraft ski boat.
Okay. I was trying to figure out from the pictures what was going on. It was tough from the pictures to kind of tell.
It does many things. The most important is it's a 2-person hammock.
That is
for when there's beer and the autopilot.
That is awesome.
It provides a little more aesthetically pleasing mount for the solar panels.
Yeah, so it's up higher.
Shade for you. The biggest advantage is something I ran into when I first bought the boat. I pulled it out of the water, and it's the only way you can get the engine off, is to pull it out of the water.
Okay.
Until I put this on. Now you spin the boat out away from the dock.
Yeah.
And you can use a block and tackle to lift the engine.
And lift it.
It's very strong.
Oh, that's fantastic.
So you don't have to pull the boat out of the water.
What a great idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have not seen that in anything I've looked at online or anything. I'm like, I got to figure out what that, the netting and all that was, and all that.
And
so
also, have you for me. This looks like you're going to get wet. Oh, thank you, sir.
I'll try not to. Especially with all those extremely important
Oh, yeah.
things.
It's not just important, it's irreplaceable.
This is William. Hi, William.
This man knows his beans.
Sounds like
a little
it.
bit about boats, too, but mostly
Yeah,
beans.
mostly beans. Sounds like it. Sounds like it.
Let's see, where else were we? Oh, okay. About the solar panel and the wind generator. The wind generator used to be mounted on the corner on an 8-foot tall pole.
Okay.
I had a bad experience in the lock, at the industrial lock with it. They had me pull in, and I did not realize that there was a tug sitting against the side of the lock.
Yeah.
With his rudder turned full to one side, and he's idling in gear. So when I went into his prop wash path, it threw this
you.
boat up against the
Side
locked door.
side of the door, the locked door.
And it just sounded like a helicopter crash. That thing was spinning, and it just tore the blades right off of it. Anyway, so I got a new set of blades. I moved it to what was the original tow post for the ski tower.
Okay, yeah, yeah.
Okay, so it's good and strong. And what I'll say about the combination of the solar panels and the wind generator is that the previous owner had only the solar panels initially.
Okay.
About every 3 days, using minimum amount of electricity, he'd had to go back to the dock to charge the batteries back up because the solar panels are 150 watts. Now with that,
Each or combined?
combined.
Combined. Okay.
And with that, he was using things like a coffee pot, maybe a microwave, watching a little TV. Anyway, in about 3 days, he used up his battery reserve, even with the solar panels. He put the wind charger on, which is 400 watts, and he didn't have to go back at all after that to charge the batteries. The only thing he had to go back for was water.
Wow. Okay.
So
So that thing really pumps it.
it puts out a lot.
Really
of
pumps it out.
Yeah, even when the boat's moving. I mean, it does it at night if the wind's blowing. There's a lot of advantage.
Yeah.
The only disadvantage you'll ever hear people say is it's noisy. And that one is not.
Yeah. I mean, I think for the power, and everything I've read and learned is power is king.
Yep.
So if you can keep generating power, that's really get you by a lot of things. So I think I can deal with a little bit of noise.
Yeah, it's a kind of a hissing sound it makes.
Oh, okay.
So,
I can deal with that. Just turn the music up a little bit.
exactly. While we're still at the back here, one of the advantages to a catamaran is also you generally have double backstays,
Yeah.
which is a lot stronger than the single backstays you generally find on monohulls.
Okay. Yeah.
Again, all the running rigging is new.
So and everything runs to the back here, right?
Runs to the cockpit. Once you raise the mainsail, you don't have to go out there for anything.
That's beautiful.
So,
That is beautiful.
what else can I tell you? Oh, the newer Geminis have a bench seat there. This one did not have one. It had this single post
Yeah,
seat
yeah,
mounted
yeah.
over there. After spending 14 days on it, the preferred seating position was always on that rail, steering with your foot.
Yeah. Yeah.
So anyway, after looking on the internet a few times, I found that a lot of them had this bench. So anyway, I built one and installed it.
Yeah, I saw another YouTuber that I think they bought one of these a couple years ago, and they knew nothing. Well, he knew a little bit, she didn't, but it had the single seat.
Yeah.
So I saw that one. So cool.
So anyway, and then this single seat lifts off and the table goes here.
Okay. Oh, nice.
I have the table. I'll go ahead and stick that on real quick.
So how long have you owned Whiskers?
I've owned the boat 2 years. Bought it with the intention of sailing the Caribbean, and my wife and I's plans have changed. I never intended to sell it.
That's awesome.
It was always for us,
Right.
You know. Turns out we're going to buy a beach house, so
And keep.
and keep Hattie.
Okay,
And
keep Hattie
Then that's my wife's center console over there. So
over here.
yeah.
You guys got it all.
Well, I wouldn't say we have it all.
Well, I mean, That's pretty nice.
Every boat's a compromise.
Right, sure.
Nothing
Sure.
does everything very well.
So you bought this with the intention of taking it to the Caribbean.
Right.
Do you think this size, so that's kind of one of my other questions as a newer, you know, it's 31 foot. Is that, I mean, that's okay in the Caribbean, Bahamas?
Yeah, I wouldn't take it in the North Sea.
Right, right. But just for kind of
Coastal stuff,
hanging around there, getting over there,
Yep.
and hanging around, maybe some island hopping.
Pick your weather.
Yeah.
Like anything.
Right, sure. But 31 should be
okay.
okay. Because I've heard a little bit of, you know, back and forth of, you know, anything under 36 or 37, you may get tossed around a bunch, but.
Well, let me say this about multi-hulls. Multi-hulls are generally quite a bit lighter.
Right.
And they're on the water, not in it.
True.
So they're going to have a tendency to bob around a little bit.
Yeah.
And we can go over what I've done to deter that from happening, because you can completely ruin the performance of a multi-hull by putting too much stuff forward.
Because you're pushing.
Well, what'll happen is the boat will start to hobby horse.
Okay.
All the time.
Yeah.
So what I actually did with this also moves the CG aft.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
Now you can still screw it up by loading all your brick samples in the front and all your.
Right.
But this helps quite a bit. It doesn't seem like a lot of weight, but it does have a significant moment. When multiplied times the weight, you get a lot greater effect out of the.
Well, and weight on a multi-hull is, I mean, any little bit of weight can, from what I've read, can kind of.
They're more sensitive.
Yeah, you have to be more cognizant of what weight you have and where it's at on. So okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, you're just running around on a pontoon boat with sails.
True.
And it drives like a pontoon boat too.
Does it? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Let's see, what else can I tell you? Let's see. One thing I would do that I haven't done yet is this is the ventilator for the refrigerator when it's running on LP gas.
Okay.
And also electric. It lets the heat out. If you have a horizontal high driving rain, the water goes in there. I would make a snap cover
for it, sure.
For when it's not being used.
Easy to do.
Yeah.
Easy to do.
But I did get water on the floor because of it.
Okay.
Because a few weeks, maybe it's been a month ago, we had a torrential downpour and we had 50 mile an hour winds. It was raining sideways here.
Wow.
And water came in through there and a little bit through, I think, I can't remember which side, maybe one side or the other. But I guess it was down the middle, you can see.
But I guess you could always, same thing, you can always find an old sail cover, cut it up.
Prepared for it.
Yeah, and put some buttons on it and snaps and it look like, look cool.
Okay, what else? So I put a footrest in. It's got a Garmin 94 SV chart plotter. It's got North America. It's got the Great Lakes because I used that chart plotter on my big boat to come down here from Cincinnati.
Okay.
So I've got the Great Lakes and the rivers so they could get here.
Right.
And then I have the Caribbean and the Gulf.
Okay.
As well. And there might be some South America stuff on that same chip.
Oh, cool.
I can't remember. But,
okay. I've never used one of those, so that'll be interesting. I've never had
this about that then. If you're going to be in a tropical climate, I was warned, fortunately, before I bought that, not to ever buy anything that's touch screen.
Okay.
Stay with buttons.
Stay with buttons.
The touch screen, it's so freaking hot, it can't see your finger.
Oh, yeah.
So
that makes sense.
Yeah, so get the ones with buttons.
Okay.
It works great.
I've seen a lot of people that have like their iPads and stuff that they use as backups.
That's what I have.
So they'll have it loaded on there. Okay, cool.
I have an iPad Pro.
Okay.
The larger one. iPad makes, there's two models that have a built-in GPS antenna right in around the frame.
Yeah.
You got to have one of those two for that to work right. Otherwise, it doesn't know where you are.
That's true. That's true.
And I had Garmin on the Go, I think.
Okay.
What's on there.
Okay.
I can show you that.
Okay.
But, anyway, I don't want to fill your head up with too much stuff.
No. Trust me. I'm as much as I can.
Okay.
look, I'm on YouTube and everything else. Just I like to study a lot, and I like to research a lot as much as I can, because like I said, I'm so new to this that everything's pretty, you know, pretty new. I'm learning something.
Know what you don't know.
Treat me like I don't know much of anything. But okay.
All right. Let's see. It's got an autopilot. It's belt drive. Uses the tension weight of the motor. Here's the head for it.
Okay.
You just pick your heading, and then you hit auto, and it locks in on it.
That's amazing.
Let's see. Wet compass. Blah blah blah. Yeah. Okay.
Step. I like the step.
Beer holder.
You gotta have that. That's important.
Beer. Yeah.
Buzz knows what's important.
All right. And here's the ones for the long necks.
Don't worry about the fishing poles. Let's just put the long necks in there.
Fishing poles. I do all my fishing at the market. All right, here's a feature on catamarans: a walk-in door.
A walk-in door. I saw that. I'm like, okay, that is so cool. All right, guys, see this? I mean, you walk right in.
All right, since we're going to bear it all here, I'm going to tell you that one of the things you have to learn to deal with on a catamaran are the transition spaces.
Okay.
Because you're going to have all kinds of dents in your head until you learn where everything's at.
Right.
If you notice, I put
covers.
acorn nuts on instead of the ones that plow a furrow in your skull.
Oh my gosh. I've got those on mine. Yeah.
So anyway, when you transition, is when you got to be careful, because you are going to hit your head.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, I'm 6'1", so I know I'm going to be.
Now, once you're down, you can probably stand up there.
That's not bad at all. Yeah.
Yeah. So let me tell you a little bit about the dinette. On the newer Geminis, the carry-through post is not there. It's a deck-step mast.
Oh, really?
Now, the good part of that is that you have a wraparound seating that's much more comfortable.
Yeah.
The downside is the mast is not supported by the hulls.
That would be a little.
Well, if you look underneath there, you'll see a truss beam between the two hulls, and that carry through right there. And that transfers all the downforce on the mast to the inside edges of the hull.
Right. Okay. Which strengthens it, right? I mean, that makes it a whole lot stronger.
A lot stronger,
I would think. So yeah. Okay.
Also, on the older Geminis, they weren't finished inside. They had carpet glued all over everything. So I had to fabricate all the ceiling panels and close out items so that it can at least look finished.
Yeah.
The newer ones have an inner and an outer hull.
Okay.
So they're obviously heavier.
Right. Sure.
For the dinette, there's storage under this one. There is not storage under that one because the cabinet comes back into it. It's on the other side.
Okay, gotcha. That comes through there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Door-cold refrigerator freezer runs off a 110 or LP gas.
Okay.
What else can I tell you about? Let's see, we can turn some things on here. All the lighting is LED.
Did you do that, or did that?
No, I did.
You added all that?
Yep, and added the cockpit light, cabin light, cabin. And then there are 5 new circulation fans. That's the blue ones.
Okay.
They are noisy. Even though they're new, they're noisy. Anyway, 5 new circulation fans. The air conditioner, as I mentioned, is a Dometic. It's converted for marine use. It's 15,000 BTUs, so you can make ice cream in it.
Yeah.
It's very warm out today. The air conditioner's been on about, I started at about 20 after 11.
So not long before I got here. It cooled it off quick then.
And if you covered the deck hatches, it would be a lot cooler.
Sure.
I leave them open because one of the big pluses of the Catamaran is it's not dark as a cave in here.
You actually get some light, yeah.
Let's see.
Okay.
panel is closed for privacy.
For the main cabin?
Yeah.
Okay.
And that's a queen size up front.
Yeah, I was really surprised kind of when I saw that. I'm like, wow, that's some space.
All right, well, we'll do the side of the boat first.
Okay.
And again, watch your head.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously I can't even stand up in mine.
Well, you'll be able to stand up here.
Oh yeah.
You got a lot of headroom.
This is great.
Let's see. Galley, all the countertops are poured epoxy.
Okay.
Food grade. It's not a job I would ever do again on a boat that's in the water.
Yeah.
Unless somebody held a gun on me.
Oh, so if you had it on land, yeah.
Here's the challenge. Just because this surface is level with the water doesn't mean anything else in the boat is. So the way to accomplish that is you set barrels all over the boat and you add water to whichever one you need to bring whatever surface you're working on to level.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, that went on for weeks.
Man, that's a job.
Because once you start one, you're committed.
Well, yeah. Yeah, especially some with epoxy and all. I mean, yeah, you can't stop midstream in that.
No. Anyway, so the layout for the galley before was a big double sink right here and no storage below.
Okay.
So I took the sink, cut it in half, trimmed it down, reinstalled it over here, set this up so you have storage down in there now.
That's a lot of stuff. Oh wow.
And then these are your chain plates.
Okay.
That go inside the hull, and they're easy to inspect and look at. And these are stainless steel tension rods that go right through the deck and connect to the side stays. Very strong.
It looks like it.
Let's see. Oh, LP gas stove has the shutoff above within so many inches of the stove. It has one of the things that's more important to me almost than oxygen is an oven. So I can have blueberry muffins. It's got an infrared heater in here.
For a melter?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And let's see what else. This is food storage.
Oh, that's nice.
Down both sides.
That's a lot. That's nice storage area.
It is.
Very nice storage area. Wow.
And then underneath this bunk is a big panel, and it's all storage underneath there.
All the way?
That whole bunk, yeah.
Oh, that's fantastic.
And it's the same way on the other side as well.
Okay. So really, I mean, yeah, I mean, a little bit more than a twin, maybe a little bit less than a full.
Yeah, it's, you know.
So.
The carpeting is pontoon boat carpeting.
Okay.
So inside it should last forever.
Okay.
You can just pressure wash it if you need to.
Okay.
This is a privacy curtain.
I like
that. And then that's a dry erase board. And it just snaps up here. Provides you some privacy.
Okay, yeah. Man, Buzz, you did some work on this in 2 years.
I wasn't going to sell it.
Right, yeah. So where are you looking for a beach house?
We're looking at Freeport. We're looking, we go into Galveston County, but the taxes are
they crazy?
There's a little bit of storage for what, I have no idea.
Okay.
Something. All cabinets.
Cabinets.
All the wood in the boat was stripped completely down.
That looks...
It's got 7 coats of varnish on everything. All new porcelain knobs.
These are cool.
Yeah, that's
I like
my
those.
wife.
Yeah, those are really cool.
I made a storage area here for pots and pans.
Okay.
Or pot and pan.
Or pot and pan?
Yeah. Inside the refrigerator. That's just to keep it from getting nasty inside when it's shut off.
Okay.
Freezer works good.
And you said this will run off 110 as well?
110 volt or LP gas.
Or LP gas, okay.
Let's see. New coffee pot. Well, nearly new. I don't think it's brand new. All the outlets are GFI daisy chained on this side of the boat.
Okay.
They're on a single 15 amp, so you manage your power.
Right.
And then on the other side of the boat, down low is an outlet that is it's the only thing on the circuit. It's 15 amp. It's for running a welder if you want to run a welder.
Okay, so a little more heavier
stuff,
load.
Yeah.
Okay.
A circular saw, anything like that. Okay. Then you'll see there underneath that cushion are 4 golf cart batteries.
Are those, that's not lithium though, right?
No,
okay.
they're lead acid.
Okay.
There's a lot of advantages to lithium and more exotic batteries, but the trouble is, if you're in the Caribbean, what are you going to get your hands on?
Right.
And you can't mix them.
Yeah.
So
you gotta go one way or the other, right?
Right. Then I added a 3rd electrical panel down there. You'll see there's 1, 2, 3 of them. Giving some additional circuits.
Okay.
It's okay. Well, anyway, microwave's new. I heated up a couple water in it. And then this is the master.
Wow, that's a good size.
Yeah. This is the only cat I've seen with this cabinet on the side.
Yeah.
Most of them are just blank over there.
Right.
Kind of a nice feature.
Yeah, it gives you a little extra
Storage.
A little extra storage, and then storage on that side.
And then made the headboards.
Okay. Oh yeah.
Holster down. This is one of the lockers.
Okay.
And then there's more storage there. Okay. And then the cabinet to nowhere. Well, it's a foothold for getting in and out of the bed.
Yeah.
They put a lock on it, and it opens.
Oh,
I don't know if you keep your pistoli in there.
Maybe. I mean, maybe. Yeah.
I don't know. I don't have a key for it.
Okay. That'd be an easy.
Yeah.
Oh, that'd be neat. Yeah, that'd be an easy thing. If you needed it, I don't know what you'd be locking. Like I said, I don't know what you'd be locking up in there, but.
Okay. The boards, the center boards. Put your hand right there.
Yeah.
Are in this trunk.
Okay.
They pivot at the front and swing forward. It's one full turn, puts them all the way down.
Okay.
If you're not familiar with cats, you sail with the boards. You sail with the board that's upwind. And here's why. And unlike a monohull, you're not constantly screwing with it to get that last 1/10 of a mile an hour. You just set them and kind of forget them.
Right.
But anyway, if you put the windward board down, if you would happen to catch a big gust, the boat will lift right and slide.
Okay.
Now, if you have only the outboard down, what happens? They don't slide.
Right. Yeah.
So depending on how powerful the wind gust would, it could tip you over.
Yeah.
Unlikely.
Right.
But, of all the sailing I've done with this boat, I've only had both boards down, and I only had them down at the same time for a little bit. It really doesn't do anything.
Okay.
The hulls seem to hold the course pretty well.
Okay.
Most of the time I run around with one board or the other down, half a turn. So it's about half out.
About half out, okay.
And that's all it takes.
Oh, that's nice. Okay.
And then if you hit something, up they come.
Oh, because and then
they're swept back.
Yeah, and then it releases back down, I guess, if you...
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, it's not going to tear it out.
Right. Oh, because it's... Okay, gotcha.
Now it might break the retraction rope.
Okay, but
it's not going to tear a hole in the boat, most likely. Okay. We did that. View out the front's magnificent when you're in bed. You can see the stars.
Oh, yeah, I'm like looking at that. I'm like, you got the windows right there, and does it have a hatch?
Yeah,
it does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's one of the things I need to tell you about. You can't buy these handles, and this one drips a little bit.
Okay.
Because you can't. Now a new one is like $500. A new hatch.
Okay.
So, you put up with it, you change it.
Yeah, like you said, if it's gonna be raining hard, have a cover for it. Throw a cover on. You should be okay.
Here's all the LED
Yeah,
lighting.
I like those.
These are LED as well.
And they pull so much less, right?
Oh yeah.
Doesn't put off the heat.
Nope. And there's an LED light for over the table.
Okay.
There's the cockpit light. It's actually a floodlight for a car.
Okay.
And they're $25 a pair.
Oh, that's awesome.
And they'll stand any kind of weather.
Oh, well, for a car, right? Yeah. They're built for.
And that
for
switch
taking
is
that.
here.
Okay.
It's also on the circuit breaker as well. These windows lift out and you put the screens in.
Okay.
Screens are in there.
Okay.
So we can go across to this side now. Oh, I'll show you the batteries. All four of them were new in 2017.
Okay. Now, so when you were planning on going to the Caribbean, did you feel that was going to be enough, or were you going to look at adding more batteries? You felt like that would be with your wind charger and your solar?
And then the starter battery for the engine is separate.
Just
not on with anything
volt,
else.
12 volt starter battery?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's located in the back.
Okay.
Your option would be to take, which I would do, is carry a big pair of jumper cables so I could jump from one of these batteries to that if I had to.
Okay. Well, that makes perfect sense to be carrying that around anyway.
And then I was going to get a 2,000 watt Honda generator.
Okay.
Because they'll fit in the space that I have.
they're not that big, right?
And they are wide.
Okay. Okay, cool.
When we come back through, I'll get into the entertainment and all that.
Okay.
This is the nav station. Put in all these lights too to recognize those as being fog or floodlights for a car. Manuals. I don't know. Spare parts.
Okay. Yeah.
This and that. Here's the inverter charger.
Okay.
And there's the outlet that stands alone.
Okay, that's the one.
It's carpet. And let's see, there's a bilge pump under my feet. And there's a shower sump pump under my feet. I'm gonna let you go in there.
Okay. So the head is built for a shower.
Yeah, you slip the shower hose onto the faucet.
Okay.
And then this is the shower curtain. It stretches all the way around if you're trying not to get things wet. A bachelor, I'd get rid of all this crap.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then I wouldn't worry about it. Sinks are new, faucets are new.
Yes, I mean I saw these in the pictures and I'm like, wow, they've done some updates right there. That's kind of fancy.
Cabinet. This apparently at some point took the place of a hot water heater. Now going to the Caribbean, do I want a hot water heater? No. For what?
For what? Yeah.
If I want hot water, I'll heat it up in the microwave.
Or jump in the water. Yeah. Okay.
The head, I rebuilt it. It's a new pump assembly. Right now it's locked to go into the storage tank. You can switch it to go overboard if you're out far enough.
Okay, yeah, okay.
Storage in there. I think the shower thing's in there too. Yeah, it's letting down in there. That could stand to be tidied up a little bit. I just now real tie wrap sticking out. That's pretty.
That's some good storage space.
This is that's your 30 amp panel.
Okay, in there.
215 amp circuits. Like I said, everything's ground fault.
Which is nice, because I was kind of wondering how. I'm like, well, if it's got a shower, and I could see that, but I couldn't see close enough to see if it was GFI.
Yeah. You just take up the rug, and the shower pan is right underneath there.
Okay, and does it just pump out?
Yeah.
Or, okay.
Yeah.
Does it pump out or does it pump to the sink?
No, it goes out.
It just pumps out. Okay.
Gray water.
Okay, and is this what you were talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. See that?
Yeah.
And some of these have batteries in them, And then they run at night too.
Huh.
So the ones that are pure solar, they don't run at night. And
Yeah.
if it rains, like I said, you're gonna get some water through them.
Okay. Like you said, easy enough to
Yeah.
cover.
But I don't want to
You're looking at
say something.
Oh no, yeah, for sure.
Let's see. You can look into the hall right there.
Okay.
There's one in the bedroom too. I forgot to show you. Again, that's the trunk for the dagger board.
Okay.
This is the only hanging closet.
Okay, I was gonna say, is there a closet? Okay.
I need to tidy that up a little bit too. That wiring shouldn't be hanging around like that. Anyway, there's the curtain rod or the hanging rod. There's the screens. And this, I cut a 14 1/8 inch hole in the deck for the AC.
Uh-huh.
I saved the plug in case somebody wants to get rid of the AC. You can glass it back in.
Smart, yeah.
It also shows you the construction of the boat. It's balsa core. There are no soft spots anywhere on this boat.
That's great.
Okay.
Okay.
And if you look down in here, you'll see the trailing edge of the trunk. See it?
Okay, yeah.
And you might remember that it's also like that over under the stove.
Right.
The pivot point is like up in there.
Down here?
Straight down at the floor.
Oh, okay.
That's the forward pivot point. What else? And privacy curtain. Storage. That's where the shore power comes in.
Okay.
More of the same, I guess.
Yeah, see, if it was just me, especially if I'm still back in Dallas and having to work and wear some dress shirts from time to time, I'd probably convert, that one over there with, not convert it, but use that for some clothes and stuff like that. More storage. And if I got anybody that wants to come on, they can stay on this side. And so,
when I bought the boat, there was no bunk over there. They had cut that entire thing out.
how much food?
These are two tiny people, dude.
And you said you bought this in Mississippi. Where at? I'm sorry.
Fulton, Mississippi.
Fulton, Mississippi. Okay.
I'll tell you the story about the boat.
Okay.
We were bringing Hattie down from Cincinnati, Ohio, and one of our stops was Fulton, Mississippi. We pulled into the marina. We had a couple days to kill because I was waiting on a starter part for the Hattie. And footnote on that: just because something's new doesn't mean it's any good. That's what I rebuilt both starters, and the side that I put a new old stock starter solenoid on took a shit on me.
Wow.
Anyway,
oh my gosh.
So that put us there for a couple extra days.
Yeah.
Well, the company made it right.
Okay, well that's good.
Yeah, they sent me a new one, no charge.
Okay, well, at least they did that.
Yeah. So anyway, we see this cat sitting there, green and black, with mildew and mold all over the outside.
No.
And I got to talk to the marina folks, found out the story. Here, the boat was taken there in 2007, and the people that owned it had just brought it there from Florida. They put it away for the winter, took down the sails, put everything inside, and they got off the boat and they never came back. Her mother got really sick, and it was a protracted ordeal.
Yeah.
That went on for a few years, and then his parents were elderly. They had some issues there, so they could never make the trip from Florida back up to Fulton, Mississippi to do anything with the boat. Anything that got checked on, the marina folks did, right?
Yeah, that's
so. Anyway, they always paid their doctor in up until about November of 2016. They started getting late.
Okay.
And I said, well, do you think they'd be interested in selling this? Well, they've had a couple deals on it that fell through because everybody was going to try to get it financed and it wouldn't pass an inspection.
Yeah. 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 At that point, sure.
So I said, well, it's probably going to have to be a cash buyer. So anyway,